guy, welcome to this channel where we give now bonge updates on waiting the happen for Biafran territory. As Prime started drop this up, they said Iguacha elite command of the Biafran Liberation Army getting ready. Remember to continue voting. Stay away from the terrorist kidnapping checkpoint. Big now here the update from Prime Minister.
Defense of the Biafra land. As you all can see, your support to the government in exile, your contribution has seen a total protection and defense of the Biafra territory, that today there is no attack, there is no mass killing in Biafra land. It is, the credit goes to you because you have made it possible. So the United States, Biafrans in the United States, I would like everyone to clap for yourself, because while other Nigerians are crying, indigenous people in Nigeria are crying, you are not crying. But remember, it has been taking a lot out of you. A lot of resources, a lot of time, a lot of sacrifice has made it possible that people in Biafra land today are bragging that nobody can come there and attack and go free. And we are just starting. We have invested in defense of Biafra and we continue to invest. And I want every one of you to understand that when we are being faced with threat of extinction, it requires a lot of resources to make the enemy to understand that you can't come in and kill and go. And that particular message, I believe today, is very, very clear to the enemy that Biafra land is a no-go area. And that's why we are doing many things we are doing, which a lot of people will never understand. It is also the same way when every nation are displaying their military might, their military capability, their defense, capability, is sending message to the enemy that you cannot try us and we will deal with you. So even though we don't have aircraft, we don't have fighter jet, we don't have military tanks and all that, we have ground forces, bigger than Nigeria. We also have men who are more brave, more trained, even more experienced than those Nigeria terrorist army. And I don't need to be saying it because the result is there. So we are also sending messages to those who have been attacking other indigenous people in Nigeria, killing them in masses. 2 days ago, we were watching how they were running from Plateau State, from the community that hosts one of the university there, and people were massacred. And everybody was watching, and what they do, and they have been doing for ages, is to video and be shouting and post it on social media. There is no help. Nobody comes to defend them. And don't forget that we, the Biafra people, were once there. We were once in their shoe. We were once seeing us being massacred, and we make videos and share. We were once being chased away from our own community and our own villages, only for us to share the video. We were once even advocating for people to always video and speak English, so that when we post it out there on social media, the world will know what is going on. We have advocated for that when we were like them. But today, we are no longer doing that. Today, when the criminals and the terrorists come to kill, we have what it takes to defend ourselves. And if they succeed in inflicting any pain to us, we are also in the position to share or not to share, because the capability to defend our land is there. And to those who have sabotaged the Biafra Defense Forces in their different villages, most of them have also paid the price of the sabotage. Because when the enemy come, before we will go there, they may have inflicted a number of degrees of damages in their community. And so many of them have repented and have realized their mistake. So there is no sabotage. But knowing our people, who they are, and because of what Nigeria have inflicted in their brains, it is never going to end. The sabotage is something that we are going to face till the restoration of Biafra. And that's why when the sabotage comes, I am not very bothered, because it is part of the struggle. It is not just because of Biafra. It is the sabotage is everywhere. There are countries that are sabotaging their own country today. So it is something that have to do with humans, and we can't eradicate it completely. But the good news is that when Biafra become an independent state, we have the solution. We have what it takes to end every sabotage, to make every single person become patriotic citizen through government policies, through inclusive governance, through equality, progress, equity, and justice. Nobody will have any reason to go against or feel neglected by the government, like what we see in Nigeria today. The neglect, the marginalization, the inequality is too much. And so last time I also promised the Biafrans in the United States that the Biafra government is moving to the AU, the African Unity or African Union, and we are approaching the Banjul Court. The Banjul Court, we are filing the application for reparation. That is going to be in the next few days. This particular process will kickstart. And we are also activating the Article 20 of the African Charter on Humans and People's Rights. The Article 20 clearly states that all people shall have the right to existence. They shall have the unquestionable and the inalienable right to self-determination. And that's where we are today. It went further to say, they shall freely determine their political status and shall pursue their economics and social development according to the policy that have freely chosen. So we have chosen our own policy according to what is enshrined in the African Charter of Human and People's Rights. Also, the Article 21 of the same charter state, all people shall freely dispose of their wealth and natural resources. We have not given that right by the Nigeria state to dispose our wealth and natural resources. This right shall be exercised in the exclusive interest of the people. What is happening in Nigeria today is a complete violation of the African Charter, Article 21. There has never been any time in the history of Nigeria that Nigeria government considered the indigenous people under which the natural resources that Nigeria is using to fund terrorism today is coming from. And in no case shall a people be deprived of it. Nigeria have deprived us from the time they discovered natural resources in Nigeria, and which is located in Biafra land. This is what we are going to pursue simultaneously as we fight in diplomatic way, international level, globally, and then of course in defense of Biafra land. We are following Nigeria and fighting with using multidimensional approach. So those of you who are yet to purchase your ticket as a delegate to Finland, you have a limited time to do so, because the limited number of people will soon we will soon get to that limit. And once that limit comes, it means you may not have the opportunity to participate in this historic event where the declaration of the restoration of independent state of Biafra will be declared in Finland. So people of Biafra in the United States, remember, to whom much is given, much is expected. You have given much to the Biafra Republic government in exile, and of course, our much expected is what you are seeing today, where Biafra land has been sealed and protected under the watch and defense of the Biafra Defense Force, which include Biafra Liberation Army, Biafra Resistance Fighters, the Biafra Air Force, and Biafra Navy. The Navy of Biafra is very active in Bakassi Peninsula. The reason for Bakassi Peninsula is because of the experience of the Biafra War. We know exactly what Nigeria did to us and Cameroon during the Biafra War. The blockade of Biafra were very effective. They used Bakassi Peninsula to enforce the blockade of Biafra. So when you are hearing that rocket that is moving, it is only in Bakassi that the Biafra Defense Forces have used rocket. And you know, some of them are wondering, is this really rocket or what is it? Yes, we are using rocket. Because when they come to kill, they also come with RPG, and we need to have more superior response. That's why the explosion is being heard in Bakassi and no other place at this point. So it is going to be continue like that. And of course, with the help of the alliance of Ambazonia, we are making sure that this particular alliance is yielding the desired result. So the Biafran Navy will continue to use rocket to make sure we delegitimize Nigeria and weaken this particular area that were used for the blockade of Biafra. That's why what is happening there is that because a lot of you may have been asked the question, why is the rocket, why is the explosion in Bakassi and all that? We are making a very big statement in Bakassi to tell them this time around, there will be no blockade and it will never work. And that's why we are also investing on air defense. As I'm talking to you today, we can boast of air defense, anti-aircraft, many of them, and it will continue to come. So our investment on defense is increasing, and as it increases, it is also more responsibility as we need to feed those machines. So this evening, I am here again to brief you all with this little update. Of course, there are many updates that I may not even remember, which the cabinet may help me, but if we begin to tell you what we have done within these 2 weeks before that I came here, you will never believe it. But these are the most essential ones that I believe that I need to update all of you to know the progress we're making. And then in the next few weeks, I will come here to give you update on the Banjo court application, which I have just explained now. Before then, hopefully, there will be a very concrete update, and maybe you may have read about it even before coming on mainstream media. I welcome all of you. Thank you for your support. I think the media, everybody can have opportunity to unmute, and if they want to, give a round of applause because I didn't hear anything.
We were all muted.
All right.
Thank you. What's your name?
Thank you.
Yeah, from Abba. Thank you, sir. Bless you. Bless you. God bless you.
Welcome to us.
Carry on.
With you.
The war. Gulanya Yonaga.
America, take your time because always give you a special treatment. So I'm not here to hurry to leave.
Really?
I waited for this town hall meeting, and this is.
We sleep here.
Yes, now welcome back from that update. Anybody we don't know this information, make it know I'm now. Israel, where they fight war today, there are cities in where they different part of America. See, they send money for their defense. The United States government, they pay them annual money. Even say for this war where they go up now, they pay them more money now to buy more equipment so as to defend their land. Talk less of us, where we see the inside the contraction, we see we won't liberate ourselves. Now why the Biafrans, kudos to them, those Biafrans in America, they be the backbone of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu then. And that them still be the backbone of this Biafra Republic of Nigeria. Kudos to them. And once again, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama keep blessing you people. For this matter, I will rest my case now. Thank you.